Hey babes, I am just getting ready this morning. I realize that I look like a crazy person, but I figured I would do a get ready with me this morning. So if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to my channel down below. Tick the bell so you get notifications every single time that I post. And I mean, while you're here, you might as well just go down, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to link that down below. I'm also going to link my website. I just want to talk about a saying or something that I hear a lot from guys. The good old saying, good guys finish last. Now, I don't know how many of you believe that that's true, but for me personally, the people that normally tell me that saying, or the people that are like, the people that ask me out and I'm like, oh no, like I'm not interested, or like I don't see you in that light, like I don't see you in that way, it means I don't want to fuck you, you know what I mean? But like, then they say the whole, oh, that's okay, like I'm probably too nice for you, you always date bad guys. First of all, rewind. I do not date assholes. Like, I will not date an asshole. I will only date someone that is good to me, kind to me. I do not give my time of day to anyone that does not treat me like a motherfucking queen. Like, if you're going to treat me like shit, I'm not going to give you my time of day. I'm not even going to pay attention to you. You will not be receiving responses. You feel me? You have to be good to me if you want to be with me. So I hate when guys are like, I'm probably too nice for you anyway. No, bitch. I just don't want to fuck you. That's really what I think good guys finish last. Good guys finish last. What it really means. Guys that are super insecure will say this line because someone doesn't want to fuck them. It's like, oh yeah, well, of course, you probably wouldn't be with me. I'm not your type. You're used to being with assholes. And which could be another thing. Like some girls, they are. They're attracted to assholes because think about it. Since we were little kids, we literally, women, sorry, I'm going to move this for a second. Women have had it programmed into our heads that when men bully us, it's a sign of flirtation. So like the whole, like, oh my gosh, like even starting when you're really little, like preschool or kindergarten, you're like, oh, he knocked you completely down on the ground and knocked your books over. And, they'll be like, oh, ooh, someone's got a boyfriend, he likes you, and you're like, wait, like, I didn't like that. That didn't feel nice. It didn't feel good to be knocked over and have your books knocked out of your hands. But then we have all of society telling us that that's a good thing, that it's like, ooh, he likes you. He really likes you. It's actually kind of funny. I watched this stand-up recently that, what is her name? Amy. Her name's Amy, right? Oh, shoot. What is her name? She's got a new Netflix special out. Hilarious. Very, very, very funny girl. Well, at any rate, she kind of mentioned the same thing, that we're taught from a super young age that bullying from guys or being treated negatively is like a good thing. So it's almost encouraged from a young age to like or seek that sort of thing out, which is really kind of messed up. It's funny now, like when someone picks on Nora, like a little boy or a little girl, I'm like, no. You just cut them from your life. Like, you don't respond to it. No negative, no positive. You just don't talk to them. Cut them off. Like, if it's negative energy, don't feed it. Don't fuel it. Don't say anything about it. Just move on. Onward, upward. That's always my saying, onward and upward. It's no sense spending any kind of energy on something that's not bringing you joy or positivity. And that's just my view. And the same thing kind of like when I'm going into relationships. So I do have like some guy friends or some people that I know, but like I'm not that close to, or like maybe I went on a date with them like once or twice, but for me it just wasn't a fit. And they'll be like, oh, I'm probably too nice for you, or like, nice guys. No, dude, it has nothing to do with that. Yes, you are nice. You seem like a kind person, but you also said hella racist things, or like, and that really, I can't be with someone like that. Or you like also started saying like really sexist things, and I can't be with someone like that. Or you started like, I don't know, you farted a lot, and I just can't be with someone that has gas that smells like that. I don't know, like it could be any number of things, you know, it's has nothing to do with you being nice and me liking assholes, and everything to do with something else in your life that I saw and I noticed early on that doesn't connect with me. Or like sometimes, you know, you'll meet someone, and ladies, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, and fellas too, you think like initially like, oh, they're like not someone that I would go after, but you know, they have like attractive qualities, and you like give it a try, right? You're like, okay, let's go out, let's like grab coffee, or let's do something. But then it's like, you're always gonna want that thing that you really want, right? You have certain maybe physical things that you really are into, or like, I don't know, like for me, I have to be with someone fit. I can't be with someone that's not in great shape. It bothers me. It really, really bothers me. Not because of the aesthetic of it, but not the aesthetic of being overweight or being fat or anything like that. It's more or less just, I feel like when someone can't take care of their own body, when someone overindulges in food and alcohol and that sort of thing, it's unattractive to me. Like it physically makes me ill to watch somebody behave like that. And oh God, I remember this one specific time I went out with this guy, really attractive face, like super attractive, really sweet guy, like the vibe, the energy was super cool. We hung out like twice. I like went and got dinner 2 times. And I thought, you know what? The energy is so good between us and the vibe is so good. Maybe I can like help him lose weight or something, you know, which sounds super fucking shallow. And I guess, you know, you could view it that way. You could view it that way. But like I said, it's not the aesthetic, it's the mindset. I feel like when someone is in that mindset that they can't even control their own body, they can't control the things that they're eating. And here's the thing, don't go into the whole like, well, my family has this issue, or like, it's really an issue for my family. It's hard for my family to keep off weight. No, like at the end of the day, it specifically comes down to the choices that you make. Really and truly, think about it. It's the choices you're making. And maybe you don't know what the right choice is and what the wrong choice is. And that's okay. That's why they're like nutritionists and trainers and that sort of thing. But at any rate, just the mentality at that point for that reason is an issue for me. Yeah, because it's like if you're too lazy, or you can't even have like the motivation or the will to like want to be healthy, it would be really hard for me to be with someone like that. But this guy, going back to that date, it was just hard sitting through a meal with him, to be honest. He just ordered so much food. And like, it wasn't in like a way that I was like, and I feel bad even judging it, but it was just like an appetizer that he wanted for himself and a meal, and there was dessert involved and like 3 or 4 beers. It was just like, it was too much for me to watch. Too much. And like, I get it if that's something you want to do once in a while, but no, this person, this was like a normal evening for them. So I could only see it going downhill from that point. And I don't know, I don't want to be that person that brings up weight on a date, you know, like, would you ever consider being into fitness? How would you feel about like that seems like super asshole, because that's their choice. If you want to be overweight, that's your choice. If you feel comfortable in that, that's your choice. I'm not judging you. That's your business. I'm just saying I personally don't find it attractive. The mentality you have to be in to get to that weight, we're just not going to connect on that level. You know, it's a different level. And like, if you weren't willing to change or be in that spot, I would have like a really hard time continuing to be with someone like that. So, I don't know. I kind of like went off on a tangent here. I'm sorry. But my whole theory on this whole nice guys finish last is just something that men say that are insecure and can't admit that they're not perfect or that they're not a fit for every single person out there. And like I said, some women, they do genuinely feel more attracted towards someone that has like a more dominant, maybe a more aggressive personality or a presence. And so other men may view that as women being like attracted to assholes, but you have to remember that we're literally programmed to be attracted to assholes from a super young age. Like I said though, again, personally, I will not be with anybody that doesn't treat me well. I cannot spend my time around someone that doesn't elevate me, that doesn't make me feel like I am, like I'm something special in their life, you know? But then I also have, like I said, my political things where like I've been on dates with nice guys that treat me well and like have been very kind, but either they're super racist on both ends of the spectrum. I had one black guy that had taken me out, and he was super sweet, really, really good guy, super attractive, like everything was checking off, except he wouldn't introduce me to his family. And he was like really selective about where we would go out. He didn't want his black girlfriends to like know who I am. You know what I mean? So for me, that's messed up. On the flip side, out with a white guy, super sweet guy, really kind, but then starts talking negatively about black people. And so I'm like, and I don't know like how much you all know about my background, but I'm a mix with all sorts of different ethnicities and backgrounds. And so a lot of people don't even realize that and say really hurtful things without realizing that that's part of my background. So it is kind of interesting for sure. Sorry, I realize I look like a clown to some of you guys right now. This is called baking. This is what women do when they want their makeup to last longer and they want it to be brighter. But at any rate, I hate that saying, nice guys finish last. Because not only do I think it's not accurate, It's just something that someone would say when they feel super insecure, you know? But that is something I can't deal with, any kind of racist remarks, someone that's like can't take care of their body, someone that's rude to service people. Oh my gosh, what is that about? Have y'all ever been out with a nice guy who's super rude to service people? Like waiters come by and they're like, hey, 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 come here, come here. Or they like yell at them from across the room. What is that? What is that? Hate that. Can't be with someone that's rude to waitresses, wait staff, janitorial staff, any kind. If someone is in a service job, be kind to them. You know what I mean? Even if they're assholes to you, even if they're horrible to you, just reflect it in the tip. You don't have to also give that negative energy back. You know, you receive the energy that you put out. So if you're putting out all this negative energy, then that is exactly what's going to come back to you, is a negative ass energy. So I don't even know why people waste their time with it, to be honest. Why? Why be negative if someone's negative to you? Just move on, onward and upward. Like, life is short, baby. Move on. You are better than this moment. You have more to offer than this moment. And you know what? It's never personal. When someone goes off on you, or they have like something negative to say about you, or they think something negative about you, more times than not, unless you did actually something really shitty to them, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. Maybe you remind them of a negative situation or something negative that's happened in their life. I'm trying to find my eyelashes, guys. Bear with me. I realize I look like a hot mess right now, but I also don't give a fuck. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in this moment. So you're welcome. Also, I get my Invisalign in 3 weeks, and I'm really, really excited, but also nervous. And the doctor said I'll have it for like a year, so whew, I'm kind of nervous about that. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't like affect any of my photo shoots or anything like that. I don't think it will, but you never know. Yes, I'm picking the dirt off of my eyelashes. Suck a dick. Like, I reuse my eyelashes like 2 or 3 times. It feels wasteful not to. Do you know how expensive eyelashes are? It's like $15 a pair. All right. But at any rate, I don't know. I don't know what you all think about that saying about nice guys finish last. I would kind of like to know what your feedback is. Do you think that that is a true statement? Do you think that nice guys really do finish last? That people just don't like them? That they're these perfect people, these really great guys that just get shitty girlfriends? And that could be. That could be. I have met, actually, guys that are super sweet, really great people that just end up in bad situations with women that aren't fits for them. And that's true. But more times than not, it has nothing to do with someone being too nice. There's really always some other reason why it's not working out. Like, there's a reason why she isn't calling you back. There's a reason why. It could just be that she has too much stuff going on in her life right now. Like for me, there are moments where I really want a relationship. Like I miss it. I was always, literally always that girl that was in a relationship. Always. This first year is the first full year that I was not in a relationship. Before that, I think like the longest I went without being in a relationship was like a month, maybe 2 months, maybe. Yeah, I've just been in these, either it's like a short sort of thing or a long-term relationship. Always something that's relationship-esque. And you know what? I've learned so much about myself and so much about what I really want and what I really need. And I think that's why it's so hard for me to be in a relationship now, because I don't want to settle. Not that I think I'm going to find some perfect person out there. I don't believe that perfect exists. But I do want to meet someone that like enhances my life, brings me joy, and like obviously everyone has imperfections, but I want to be able to like know that I feel comfortable with those imperfections. And the things that I love about them are stronger than the things I hate about them. Just like, and every time I feel like recently I've met someone where I was like, wow, this person is really, really incredible. You really just like vibe with them. They're special. They're special. You know, there's been 2 instances where that has happened in this past year. And I mean, I'm talking phone calls every day, just like talking all the time, texting all day, sending pictures, video chatting, like. And the thing is like, they had unfinished business. They're still in relationships that were like coming to an end, or they're like going through divorces. And not that there's anything wrong with that. But I can't feel comfortable in a relationship until I know that that other person is good. Like, I need them to be comfortable in themselves and healed from the past relationship before I can feel like, okay, this is us moving forward. And that really sucks. And it really hurts. But I think that had I not had this year to grow and learn about myself, and, you know, maybe these guys do feel like nice guys finish last, because I did end it. I never really let it get to that relationship point because, well, I didn't feel that they were ready for it. They weren't ready to give me the love that they thought that they could give me, if that makes sense. They were healing still from something else that was going on in their life. So, but that's been my experience, and that's the whole, like, my philosophy on nice guys finish last. And I'm just about done with my makeup. I'm gonna get ready to go get my nails done. I still need to like brush my hair, obviously, and fix it. And put on clothes. I'm wearing my pajamas right now. And obviously no bra. I'm sure the comment section will be lots of fun to read after this video. Why do people say negative things? I mean, if that's how you really feel inside, if you really feel that, then think it. But what are you doing when you're projecting that, or you put negative comments on somebody else? Aren't you just making them feel like shit? Like, does that bring you satisfaction? Does that bring you joy? to put negativity out to somebody else and try and like ruin or hurt them. I've just never understood it. I mean, personally, I don't want a whole bunch of comments like, don't listen to them, don't listen to haters, like, blah, blah, blah. No, this is me telling you not to listen to it. I've already learned my lessons. I've already grown past that point. But, you know, I'm just talking to the people now that are watching this, and they're, maybe you say, or you put negativity out there because of a way that you're feeling. Like, there are other ways to deal with that. And I think by hurting other people or saying negative things, it's not really going to make anything better in your world or your space. So maybe like re-examine why you feel the need to be negative or say hurtful things before you say them. I think it's one thing if someone genuinely did something, like if someone actually did something to hurt you on purpose, then you can, you know, at least be like, what the hell? Or you can not like them. But to complete strangers, I've always thought that was so bizarre, really and truly. But at any rate, I'm going to fix my messy mop, get some clothes on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. This is like 26 minutes of rant and chat and a get ready with me, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Even though I'm not fully ready, I just have like some shitty kind of makeup on. I'm not a makeup artist, obviously. But that's what's happening in my life and time, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get my nails done. Bye.